sort of smart.
It's pretty smart.
What's the smartest thing it can do? Hey, watch!
Tell me the time.
Hey, watch!
Hey, Rebecca, could you help out, maybe?
No!
It's got complications.
Hey, watch.
Isn't that what Apple calls?
Tell me what
that?
stock I should buy. Watch.
Is this just
Cool.
oh?
Trevor's diary.
Oh! Who's that?
November 24th, 1967. 11 days have passed since arriving on this estate. How did I end up like this? A guy in a lab coat brought me a meager plate of food and said, "Sorry to put you through this, but it's for security reasons." That's when it hit me. It all makes sense now. There are only two people that know the secret of this mansion. Sir Spencer!
What? Spencer and Trevor?
And myself. If they kill me, Sir Spencer will be the only person that knows the secret.
Actually, you're pronouncing it wrong. It's Spencer.
Spencer. But for what purpose? It's... Yeah, I'll do this as an anime, but for what purpose?
All the zombie
It
movies
doesn't
are like
matter
schlock.
now. It's too dangerous here. My family. I hope they're all right. I've decided to escape. Jessica, Lisa, I pray you are safe. November 26th. How could I be so careless? I lost my favorite lighter, the one Jessica gave me for my birthday. Now it's going to be that much harder to escape this dark place. November 13th, the date when my fate was sealed. My aunt was hospitalized just 3 days before that. Jessica and Lisa said that they were going to visit her. I wish I could be there with them. But wait. Even as I'm writing, my memory is coming back to me more vividly. Just before I passed out, I remember the men in the lab coat said something like, "Most likely your family is already." I pray for their safety. November 27th. Somehow I managed to get out of that room, but getting out of this mansion won't be as easy. I have to get past all the booby traps, tiger eyes, gold emblem. I'll have to try and remember for my own sake. Do we learn, because I know the story of Trevor and Lisa and Spencer. Do we, specifically learn that, or is that something I should, kind of go over?
Sorry, I wasn't listening. What did you say?
Do we specifically learn why Lisa and what happens to Trevor and stuff, or is that something that you just have to
I think they go over it. Unfortunately, when I was playing, I was not reading the memos, so I'm not exactly sure.
Okay, if we get to the point where we're at the lab and they don't explain it, or even past the mansion, then I'll
They do give
it.
you. I did read some of a memo exposition dump that explains Lisa a lot, so they probably go into a lot more.
Okay, that's good. Because it's pretty sad. Spencer is a Chad, and Trevor was just a pleb in this.
That's how real life is.
Got him.
All right, so
Spencer.
picture of two knights striking each other. The short sword is being thrust through the breast, while the long sword is being pierced through the head.
Oh, you don't just automatically get it?
Nope.
Oh, I get it. I get it.
All right, so the small sword was through the
Abdomen.
Breast.
yeah.
You said sword.
Is that it?
No. I think that's it.
No, it's the long one. You got him backwards.
Oh, is it backwards? Okay, that makes sense.
You know what, Nick? Calm down.
Sorry.
We got this.
Dong, dong, dong.
You have to fight that Crimson Head when you,
Yes.
yeah, when you do the death mass. Rip.
Alright, so that's a helmet key. That's used for only one door.
Yeah, Nick. Oh, is that the one with Yawn?
Yawn. Because this game's boring, get it?
Got him. So I never, I don't know how you're supposed to know it. I don't know if it's in, the instruction book of the original game or what, but the big snake is called Yawn. And, all that happens in the original game is, you go into a room and then he's there and you're like, oh crap, and then you leave. And then later you have to fight him, but no one's ever Yawn! You know what? Actually, when you're in the lab, you might find pictures of all the different enemies now that I think about
possibly.
it. That might be it.
Alright, so I could go to Yawn immediately, but knowing my luck... Okay. That kind of scared me.
I heard that if you use the normal password in the lab from the first game, John and Ada, an Easter egg happens, so... when you like type in on the computer.
Yeah.
I think you should do that.
Yeah, when I was replaying, I got to the lab and pretty much stopped. So
The memory card wipes itself.
we're definitely not going to need a lab.
Awesome.
This game is so much longer than the original.
Well, we started earlier, lads.
I want to get through the first visit and hopefully through.
Oh, don't forget that because the capture card messes up after an hour.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's been like 30 minutes.
I know. I'm just saying. I don't know why it does it, but it does it. So the most important thing is to always carry around the ink ribbons no matter what.
Yeah.
Because you're
The worst thing about the ink ribbons is that since you have to save while they're in your inventory, if you leave the room immediately without putting them back in the safe, it's like, well,
Yeah.
cool.
It would be nice if you could like separate them so you just have like one and you don't have to do this, but I don't think you can do that. You can combine them, but you can't unseparate them then.
Oh, I was about to say, like, why do I only have two? And then I remembered that I put one in already.
Yeah,
I really don't want to get hit by Yawn because that does a whole thing with Rebecca. So if I get hit, I'm probably just going to reload.
Well, of course you're gonna reload the shotgun.
Ha!
Got him.
Bro.
Got him.
Now I have to worry about this random zombie.
I mean, now that I don't have to work for like at least a week, I'll just work on my dad jokes, I guess.
Yeah.
So I'll just die.
Work on your stand-up. Develop a type 5.
What's the deal with
Nope.
being forced to not work?
I wonder if that
And
zombie
everyone
pops
just
through.
doesn't say anything.
Because the audience is empty.
I'm thinking
Oh
so
yeah,
hard.
nice, dude. That's based. That was funny, Nick.
Whenever I play this game, I have to just think so hard about what to do
Oh yeah, I
all
can.
the time.
That's one of the reasons I never learned it because I'm just like, oh my god, like the first game, like I don't know. I always feel like I just have it memorized. This one's like they put so many like bells and whistles.
Yeah.
That door would make me feel very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, yawn.
He's
Is that
yawning.
why, is that why his name's Yawn?
Think so. Is that all you need to do?
Yeah. All right. See you, buddy. See you, buddy. Yep. All right. Yep. No. Go away.
Oh my god, what if it just teleported? Teleports behind you, bites.
It's so giant. It's like, why doesn't it just swallow you whole?
Is that what? I wonder if that's what happens if you die during in that room. Like, if
I wouldn't be
it shows that.
surprised.
I'm still impressed 15 years later with how many unique death animations there are in Resident Evil 4. I mean, that's somewhat related, but like the YouTube video for it's like 5 minutes long of like just.
I completely forgot. Well, I might as well just kill this guy. I guess.
Jump.
It's actually not worth it because I'm leaving and all the zombies despawn.
Oh, seriously?
Oh, it just exploded anyway? I actually did not know that.
RIP! Shaboom, jump, jump, ima.
That means you've been wasting shells.
I actually have been. I mean, I don't get hit that often.
I'll brag about it.
Despite my gameplay right here.
Also, knock on wood.
Nick,
Yo!
give us a second question of the part. I'm feeling generous today.
Oh, I have to give you a question?
No, give YouTube Land a question of the part.
Oh,
You
man.
know we're over like 500, like 30 or 50 subscribers now. Essentially, we're to the point where I could quit my day job and just do YouTube.
That's what I've been doing. I've
It's-
been streaming.
I'll bring it.
Wait, really?
No.
Like while working?
I did on Tuesday.
The problem with like, so like, obviously a lot of people are like watching streams and stuff like that right now, but like the problem is that like literally everyone who does streaming is like streaming right now.
Right.
So like if you're big, of course you're gonna get a bunch of people watching, but if you're like, hey, I'm gonna use this time to get bigger, it's like, dude, you're not. like literally everyone's just constantly on because they have nothing.
But then
better
again,
to do.
also the viewer base is higher. So
Yeah, it's true.
it still probably doesn't cancel out.
I feel like
'cause,
I feel like it's just one of those parabolic curves where it's just like
Yeah,
the
the-
top people just get everything.
That's exactly what I was going to say. The big guys get bigger and the small guys stay the same.
Nick,
Just
have
like America.
have you gotten any subs recently?
No.
Have you been streaming a lot?
No, I streamed a little bit of Doom 2 last night, and then a little bit of Doom Eternal after midnight.
Please tell me you bought it on the Stadia.
I did.
He doesn't have a PC and he doesn't have a PS4.
I have a PC.
I mean, not a good PC.
It's 10 years old.
Yeah.
Over 10
Shut
years
up,
old
nerd.
now, so I can't even play Stadia in Chrome on my
Weirdly,
computer.
I noticed that when you have all the death masks, and I guess when it like understands all the zombies that are in here despawn.
Yeah, I noticed. Yeah,
I don't really understand that.
it's
but-
getting you ready because it's like, hey, it's gonna be hard enough for you. You got the bearded one coming up.
Look at this ambience.
Nick, what do you think about this ambience?
It's pretty good. I like the lighting and the. I would call it.
Like 2002 standards, this is outstanding. Even though this is like not like a horrible like remaster, but not like the most graceful one either.
What do you think about the blood that's gonna fall on the screen, Nick?
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
You can't be sure it's blood. It could be jam.
It is jam. Hey, buddy.
Hey, bud.
Okay,
How you
turns around
doing?
like he didn't expect that.
Chris is very,
Oh, hey, shotgun shells.
what's the word?
He's
Like, he's almost too, like, innocent, where he's just like, "Bleh."
Hey, buddy.
Are we assuming that this is Trevor, or is this just some random person?
I don't know what the lore is. It's probably someone important.
I'm gonna see real quick, if that's okay with y'all,
It's not okay.
if you don't mind. Alright, so, who is the Crimson Head Zombie? So cute. What? Does anyone else hate swipe typing?
Nope.
I don't do swipe typing, I just do tab. Because I've been conditioned as an iPhone guy before they let third-party keyboards.
I use, what's that one called? Swift key. Oh, they're not gonna show me. Are you gonna tell me it's just some random, like, that's lame.
Why would they make him different with a beard if it's just
I know,
some
right?
rando?
Right?
Is it not an important person?
Well, I just looked up Crimson Head and it was like very not helpful.
It might be like the first zombie. I don't know.
What's Trevor's last name in this?
Duh.
Belmont.
What? Let me use it.
George Trevor. Got it.
I don't want to get hit by the dog.
Whoa, George? I know someone named George.
What a pleb name for pleb people.
George.
Pleb.
You know how when someone has a name and you couldn't imagine them as any other name? George, our George from CIB is someone that, like, his name is so perfect because he's such a simple, like, person in general. Like, he's very easy to get along with. He's very just, like, chill and simple. And it's just like George. Like, someone like that would be named George. Like, if his name was, like, Sebastian, it'd be like, he's just George.
George.
Ed.
I should have got that first.
Ed.
Spray.
Okay, let's see here real quick. Do they explain any more about George Trevor, or should I go into that?
I mean, might as well.
It wasn't George Trevor then. His body was used as another test subject, but due to lack of viable results, he was promptly disposed of. Who?
So this is all remake original and very spooky.
Yes.
Spawn. Wesker? What's chains? Tree. None says. Wave. Woods outside the mid.
I find it very, like, difficult to believe that they would specifically make a Crimson Head that you absolutely have to fight and make him look different than any other zombie. And not make him, like, an important, like, previous character. Like, I don't know. But every time I search stuff like who's the bearded criminal
Wow, I
head,
actually remembered that perfectly.
what's the deal with this one again?
You just have to make the Cerberus statues face the opposite direction.
Would that be that?
Did I just do it accidentally? Okay. Yeah, I should. I think I have to do west.
Would that be that like?
They give you some sort of like. I'll read the thing, but it
Oh, okay.
it really doesn't give you.
But the thing's locked until you do that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like, I don't know how you're supposed to know what the answer is with this. Let me read it. It doesn't. It just says something about like the Hell Dogs have 2 unique personalities, and that's about it. Cool.
Dies.
Alright, so that's where you get the magnum. I actually already have the
Windcrest.
Windcrest for it, but I really didn't want to go through that door that breaks. When I come back from the resident area, Wesker fixes the door, so I'll get the magnum then.
Oh, that's nice.
I also just might get it off screen so I remember.
I like how.
But it is kind of a... It's not a very complicated puzzle, but it's kind of cool.
I like how Wesker does stuff to help you, and then at the end he's like, "Heh."
Yeah, Wesker actually helps you a lot.
He's the one who helps you fight the boss later in the game too, I think. In Chris's quest.
Yeah, he helps out a little bit.
Who would have known, Nick? Who
I
would've
wouldn't.
known? Yeah, me either. So this is a completely normal house.
Yeah, it looks good. Oh, fire. Huh.
That means no one's been here for a long time.
Yeah, that is what that means.
I like how they have.
Cool.
I like how they have a.
Let's just do this now.
I like how they have a save chest and a
Yeah, as far
like
as
a
I'm,
typewriter, but you could die in here.
yeah, as far as I'm aware, it's like the only one in this game and probably the entire series. Very weird.
Yeah, because you definitely could die in here.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, what if you went? What if the enemy was in here and you went to go save? Kind of curious if it would just be like, I can't save, or I don't know, I can't use this at a time like this, something like that.
Uh-oh. Rip. So apparently that does 0 damage, which is cool, I guess.
Heh.
I also don't understand why this creature doesn't just kill you. Hey, buddy.
It's because she still has semblance of humanity, I guess.
She. Yeah, I won't play anymore. This is Lisa Trevor. What? What?
What? Yeah, so that's Lisa Trevor. She is the, and this was mentioned
Did you
before.
see how late that hit?
Yep.
It was like the
and you were far away.
It was like
Yeah.
the chain dragging on the ground.
Ugh. And she's the daughter of George Trevor, who we read the memo earlier. So
I think there's a zombie that spawns in. Oh, there we go.
they did obviously lots of tests and stuff on them. Lisa, fortunately or unfortunately, survived, whereas George didn't.
Yeah, effectively, she's like the master zombie, at least for right now, and she can't die. And Wesker warns you over the radio about not bothering to attack her because she can't die. All right, let's do this. I forgot.
Does
that
she
there was a-
follow you?
No.
Okay.
So this puzzle is not complicated at all. I guess it's just a check to see if you have 3
Item
It's-
slots.
Actually-
do you wait? Can you just do them one at a time?
Yeah, you can probably just.
Oh, okay.
Actually, so all you have to really know is that you have to examine them, look at this, and press it for every one.
That's cool.
Please no hit arena. It's gonna hit me.
Pressed. Oh, yeah. Wow. Amazing. This is
like,
literally frame perfect
it's
hit.
It's probably one frame away from hitting me.
What are you gonna do to prevent it?
I'm just gonna take the hit because crows don't do a lot of damage.
Don't. I think you can avoid it.
That is also how I had my magnum. Oh, yeah.
Alright, hold down.
Yup, knew it. I like how on the first one it's called Colt Python, which I don't know if that's, like, accurate or what, but it's such an awesome name.
Yeah.
Like, Magnum Revolver's cool, but Colt Python. When people are named Colt, I'm like, that dude's cool. Automatically has a good chance of being cool.
Isn't that kid from Three Ninjas named Colt?
I've never seen that movie because I'm not a Gen X,
What about
Nick.
just the name Colton? Is that less or...
It's less cool. It's okay, but it's less cool.
Is there anyone actually just called Colt and not Colton?
Yeah, there's an NFL quarterback called Colt McCoy.
And that's like
Listen to
his
that
actual
name. Colt McCoy. Yeah.
I'll get it later.
I'm trying to think. So it's like if someone's named Chad, you're like, that dude's cool. But what if his name was Chadford? You'd be like, yikes.
Dude, the saddest thing is that I only know one Chad from
He
high
probably
school.
sucks.
And he was like one of the most popular kids in school. On like varsity on like every sport. Like seriously, I'm not even making that up. He wasn't like big. He was definitely shorter by me by like probably like 4 or 5 inches.
It's Chad.
Brad?
My favorite name of all time, and I forget where I heard it. I don't know if it was like someone in a movie or what, but someone was named Chaz, C-H-A-Z. It might have been 2 Z's. I'm not sure.
I work with a guy named Chaz.
Seriously,
Yeah.
it's probably especially if someone's named Chaz with 2 Z's. It's probably the best name in the history of the world.
Isn't the Rugrats dad named Chaz?
Yeah.
Oh, Chaz.
I think it's short for like Charles sometimes.
I mean,
Yeah,
Chaz
Chaz.
is like the dopest name. It's like you're Chad, but you're too Chad to be Chad. You're Chaz.
Too Chad to be Chad. Okay.
It's like
I mean,
It's like more-
it's basically the plural of Chad. Chaz.
it's like more human than human, more Chadly than Chad.
Hello. I wasn't standing in the magic pixel.
Sorry, don't know. The funny thing about Resident Evil games is they have a little bit of that old school like adventure game BS in them, where you're like, especially text ones where you're like, open chest, don't know how to open. Ugh. Get item, don't know how to get.
Yeah,
And
like you just have to pick out the vocabulary.
yeah. Go north, don't know how to go. Okay. I like that. AVGN did one in I think his Dracula review where it's like, I don't know, some early Dracula game. It's
I
like,
actually watched that video like a couple weeks ago.
get up, don't know how to get. Ugh, I'd be like so and someone like Parker would literally be like, this game's great. I played it the whole way through. I figured it the whole way out. I'd
Does
be like,
Parker actually like pure text adventure games?
he's played them for sure. I think Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is a pure text game,
I think it is. Yeah.
and that's like one of his favorite games. But yeah, it's like, especially when it's like, I said, I don't know much about him besides Hitchhikers and that one random Dracula game, but like, it's like, you awake in a room, there's a bed. It's like, okay.
I actually
Jeez.
read the Hitchhiker's book when I was like in 7th grade, but I don't remember anything about
They're
it.
good.
42. I
Yeah.
think
Read
that's
them again. They hold up.
Do they?
Yeah, I think so.
Are there multiples? I only read one.
Yeah, there's the restaurant at the end of the universe, so long and thanks for all the fish. There might be another one.
Can I just say one thing? I'm Nick. I read books.
You know who else I like? Terry Pratchett. And the Discworld series.
I also like making up names.
Those are amazing books, and I highly recommend them.
I like Jerry Farnsworth.
What? Isn't there?
You stole that from Futurama.
The second I said it, I was like, dang it. But I did not specifically.
I should rewatch Futurama. I don't remember like almost any episodes other than the very iconic ones.
Hey Nick, have you ever watched Rick and Morty at all? The only reason I ask
Sounds familiar?
is because you're Jerry.
I'm Jerry. Who's
Yeah.
Jerry?
Well, being a Jerry is like the best thing you can be.
Oh, well then I'm definitely a Jerry.
Yeah, being Jerry's like absolute Shadford intensified.
Yeah, that sounds like me.
Okay. So you agree you're Jerry then?
Sure, yeah.
Alright, cool.
Who shouldn't I be?
Just making sure. No, and also Jerry's like Jerry's like one of those characters that's like not a bad person, but you're like, oh, that guy sucks so bad. Everyone knows someone in real life that you're like, I don't know why I dislike this guy. He's not bad. He's not like, you know, like, whatever. Like, we all have people like that are like, there's nothing wrong with this person, but I really just don't like them. And that's Jerry. Jerry's just lame. Don't be Jerry.
See, that's not me, because I give people many reasons to think I suck.
Well, for me, it's your marketable skills and being able to literally continue working.
I know. I feel so terrible about that. Just kidding.
That feel when I can't take my job. The only thing I'm going to do to take my job home is once in a while I'm going to live stream on the page
buddy.
and be like, hey, I can't do
Dude,
anything
do you already
else.
see how many green
Yeah.
herbs I have?
Yeah.
Look, that's clock spider.
So in this room, there is this puzzle that I don't really understand. So you light these lanterns, and they make these symbols, and then you look at the billiard board to figure out the randomly...
Oh, he's coming at you.
Wow. I actually got hit by a spider. Okay, I'm not poisoned. Usually the spiders are so, like...
Do you have to do it?
No, because you can brute force it really easily. Also, in Chris's campaign, the room is completely useless, because that's where you concoct
Whoa.
the...
Mature.
This
Like,
is after dark.
You look at this, and you're supposed to know what it is, and I think the numbers always are 2, 5, and 6 in some random combination, so that's why you can brute force it. But I really don't...
How are you supposed to fit? Wait, I don't understand.
I don't really get it. I think there's another one right here.
I don't understand.
Like
So it's an eye, but what does that mean? Oh, is it... Wait. Is it that it has 4 eyelashes?
Possibly.
If the other one has 3 eyelashes, it would make sense then, I guess. There's only 2, right? Or is there 3?
There's 3.
Okay. Well, that one had 4 eyelashes.
I don't know where the other one is.
IDGI. Wait. Is the first aid box just a first aid spray in a box?
I think it's 2, isn't it?
2.
2.
2, 4...
I'll look at the other one, if the spider's not the other one.
Please tell me it's just 1.
I think it's actually just, yeah.
Ah.
It's,
Raccoon herb.
It's random?
It's usually a first aid spray. I don't think it's random, because I think it's always a green and blue here for the spiders. Holy crap, these spiders are actually being kind of scary.
So 2, 4, and 0?
I don't understand this puzzle.
So even if you count the ones on the side of the eye, like I don't know why you would, but they kind of like extend out. It would be 2, 4, and 6, right? Because it was 2 and 4, and then if you just had 2 to all of them, and then you know,
This is a good puzzle.
divide by 7,
Oh,
you
yeah.
find out who did 9/11.
Who shot JR?
Good joke.
Wow. Yeah, it didn't like. I should have just changed the subject. I was trying to make it some cool conspiracy thing, but then I was like, alright.
Yeah, that was pointless.
We can talk about how,
Can
It was Bush.
Can Nick continue to make Gen X references? Who shot JR? Like, literally, what are you?
I'm not even Gen X. Is that Gen X? That might be before Gen X. I don't know when that was.
Oh, so, oddly enough, I looked it up today, because Ash was curious. It's millennials are anyone born from 81 to 96.
That's
And
a
then,
wide range.
and then afterwards, they're Zoomers. Even though it's Gen Z, they're Zoomers.
I'm squarely in millennial.
Parker's a Gen X, technically.
What, not like a year?
Yeah, I think he was born in 80. So, I like telling all the people slightly older than me, or like maybe Ryan, who's, he's like 5 years older than me, that I'm an 80s kid, even though I was born in 88. I really remember All the great things about
So,
the 80s.
I gotta
all 18 months of
I gotta
it.
tell you,
Yeah.
gents, one of my biggest fears in life. In fact, I only have a couple fears, but bugs in general, like big bugs, are a fear of mine. Actually, while you were in the bathroom, I was talking about it with Nick.
Okay.
But if I saw this in real life, I would crap my pants like these, like 8-inch big bees in this huge nest. Like, there's nothing.
So
scarier.
if y'all get a like bee's nest outside, Jacob takes care of it.
Whoops.
Do I have to read this? It's probably stupid. 4 days have passed since the accident. The plant at point 42 is growing at an amazing rate. Although, wait. I'm trying to think of... Okay. Although there are many unknown aspects about this plant, we know that in comparison with the other group of plants, the T-virus has had a substantially stronger effect on this one. Alright, so
Wait.
Nick, every page...
Do you see they used the wrong effect? It should be E, because A is like the verb.
Oh yeah,
version.
effect. Nick, every page...
This game's a 0 out
Every
of 10.
page, you tell me a different type of voice to do for it. Like, it can be a character, it can be, like, an accent.
Dude, let's not.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna
Swedish chef.
do this.